Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. For today's box opening we have a Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Draft Booster box. Now this box right here is actually not mine. This is actually owned by a member of the channel, Frank S. Frank has been a longtime supporter. Thank you very much, Frank. And all of the cards that we open up today are going to be mailed to him. So Frank, here is the number that we had talked about in the chat. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and crack this thing open and see what kind of value we can find for you. Now, if you're either a member of the channel or potentially not a member as of yet and would like to sponsor a box, feel free to drop me an email at mtgboxanalysis@gmail or sign up to be a member, and then you can gain access to box sponsorship opportunities. I can usually get the cards at a relatively stable price, and then I can ship them out for around $8 to $10. And so I'm not doing this to make any money. I'm simply doing this for content for the channel so we can all kind of experience the packs. And Frank has been kind enough to sponsor this box. So, you know, I'll be sending all of the information as well as the cards to him before anyone else sees this live. So with that, let's go ahead and crack this thing open and see what's inside these 36 packs. All right, so we're going to start this one off with Ninja's Kunai with an Iron Apprentice, Light the Way, Experimental Synthesizer, Undercity Scrounger, Careful Cultivation with a Mnemonic Sphere, Tamiyo's Completion. Then we're going to see Mukatai Ambusher, Befriending the Moths, an Anchor to Reality, a Walking Skyscraper. Then we're going to see a Sunblessed Samurai. And our rare is going to be March of Otherworldly Light. This is actually going to hold a little bit of value, just over $1. Then we're going to see ourselves a Jungle Hollow, followed by a Human Monk token. So currently there is only a single uncommon available in draft booster packs valued over $1, and that is the Secluded Courtyard. All other commons and uncommons are valued under $1, so we've got some work to do to make some money on this particular box for Frank. All right, so we've got ourselves a Brute Suit, Fade to Antiquity, Armguard Familiar, Dragonfly Suit, Aki Emberkeeper, followed by You're Already Dead, Ironhoof Boar, Dukachai Shadow Walker, a Moonsnare Specialist, followed by the Shattered States Error, a Flame Discharge, a Story Weave, a Dragon Spark Reactor, and our rare is going to be a Scrap Welder out of red. Unfortunately, not a high value rare. However, all of these Japanese alternate art full art lands, with the exception of one being a mountain, is valued over $1. So we're definitely going to put those to the side, and then we have a treasure token in the back, because there's definitely going to be some value in that land cycle, assuming we can get ourselves 8 to 10 of them. That's going to add some value back to the box. So we've got the Network Terminal, Reckoner Bargain, Bearer of Memory, Moonsnare Prototype, Imperial Oath, Ambitious Assault, Ironhoof Boar with the Dukachai Shadow Walker, Kumano Faces Kakazan with a Runaway Trashbot, followed by a Blossom Prancer. Then we've got a Prosperous Thief and Showcase, followed by a Biting Palm Ninja coming in from the main set with a Surge Mecher Hack coming in as our foil rare. Very nice. And then we see ourselves a Thornwood Falls, followed by a Samurai token in the back. There are still quite a few cards in this set that are that hold significant value. So we've got the Wandering Emperor at just under $20. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, despite its ban, just under $20. Bosiju, Who Endures, right around $30. Ottawa Soaring City at $11.90. So lots of value out there. We got an Aki Warpaint with a Shrine Steward, Kinsu Ace, Kami of Industry, Kami of Terrible Secrets, Bamboo Grove Archer, Network Disruptor, the Aki Ronin, Seven-Tail Mentor, the Modern Age, with Rabbit Battery, Touch of the Spirit Realm. Then we get an Unforgiving one with a Reckoner Bankbuster coming in as our rare. Now this is going to hold some value at just over $3. Very nice. Then we're going to see ourselves a Standard Forest with a blank card in the back. Lots of double face cards in Kamigawa, so you're going to see quite a few of those blank cards. I'd probably guess 7 or 8 instead of tokens. So we get ourselves a Shrine Steward, Tamiyo's Safekeeping. This was a common valued over $1. However, it has dropped just below $1. Then we get a Mirror Shell Crab, Golden-tailed Disciple, Kami's Flare, Clawing Torment, Geothermal Kami, Moonsnare Specialist and Showcase with an Aki Ronin, Busiju reaches skyward, Replication Specialist, Norika Yamazaki, the Poet, Patchwork Automation, and we're going to see ourselves a Showcase Farewell coming in. Very nice to see this, valued over $10. Then we get ourselves a Swiftwater Cliffs with a non-token token in the back. All right, so we've already got ourselves one card valued over $10. Probably the best card that we could do would be the Wandering Emperor in Showcase, currently valued at $66. So if we get one of those, this box is a home run. So we got a Papercraft Decoy with a Lethal Exploit, Favor of Jukai, Disruption Protocol, Repel the Vile, Explosive Entry, Jukatai Trainee, Voltage Surge, Era of Enlightenment, Historian's Wisdom, Bronze Cudgels, Seismic Wave, and we're going to see Hitagatsu Consumes All coming in as a Mythic Saga. Very nice to see that. Does hold some value at just over $1. Then we get a Sozekin Smelter as our foil with a Full Art Plains. Very nice. Valued over $1. Then we get ourselves a Spirit. So the swamp in the Japanese alternate art is going to be the most valuable. One of them is worth $2.13 and the other's worth $1.89. So we'll keep an eye out for that. So we got the Grafted Growth, Searchlight Companion, Spirited Companion. Then we're going to see Kindled Fury, Reckoner Shakedown, followed by Fade into Antiquity, Armguard Familiar, Seven-Tail Mentor, with the Sunblade Samurai, Azusa's Many Journeys, Colossal Sky Turtle, with Roadside Reliquary, Mobilizer Mech, and we're going to see another Mythic, Spirit Sister's Call, coming in. Unfortunately, this Mythic, not high value. Then we get a Dismal Backwater with a treasure token in the back. All right, moving into the next pack here. Get ourselves an Iron Apprentice with a Futurist Sentinel, Wandering Intervention, Unstoppable Ogre, Debt to the Kami, Master's Rebuke, Twisted Embrace, Guardians of Oboro, Intercessor's Arrest, followed by Okiba Reckoner Raid, Gravelighter, Acquisition Octopus, with a Mech Hanger. Then we're going to see a Farewell coming in from the main set. This is valued just under $10 at $9. Awesome to see that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we have the one Japanese alternate art land here, not valued over $1 at the Mountain, with a samurai in the back. So I think the last time we opened up one of these draft boxes, we ended up seeing one of all 10 basic lands. So hopefully we'll get to do that again. So we got a Papercraft Decoy, a Virus Beetle, Greater Tanuki, with a Sabi Trespassers. Then we get a Moth Rider Patrol, Tawashi Songshaper, Fang of Shigeki, Jukatai Trainee, with the Long Reach of Night, Roaring Earth, Upriser Renegade. Then we're going to see Enormous Energy Blade with an Ogre Head Helm coming in as our rare. Not high value, with a Goshintai of Hidden Cruelty coming in as a foil. Then we're going to see a Wind-Scarred Crag as our land, with another blank card in the back. We'll just make a little bit of room here. All right, next up, we get an Uncharted Haven, Grafted Growth, Dragonfly Suit, Aki Ember Keeper, You're Already Dead, Tamio's Safekeeping Again, Mirror Shell Crab, Coiling Stalker, with the Gift of Wrath, Talent of Master Shishiro, Jukai Naturalist, with a Covert Technician, Invigorating Hot Springs, and we're going to see a Lion Sash coming in. Value just over $1. That's a good rare, with a Regular Old Plains and a Rat Rogue token. I don't believe there's going to be any tokens valued over $1 in this particular set. So kick off again with another Uncharted Haven. With a Short Circuit, followed by an Ancestral Katana, Simian Sling, Reckoner's Bargain, followed by Bearer of Memory, Voltage Surge. And we get ourselves a Twisted Embrace, Guardians of Oboro with the Shattered Estates Era, Gloom Shrieker, Spinning Wheel Kick. Then we get a Thirst for Knowledge with Invoke the Ancients coming in as our rare, followed by a Blossoming Sands and a Spirit Token. All right, moving into the very last pack in stack number 1. This basically is pack number 12. We get ourselves a Searchlight Companion with a Kato's Pursuit, Commune with Spirits, a Suit Up, Lucky Offering, followed by a Scrapyard Steelbreaker. Then we're going to see an Aganjo Exemplar, followed by Kami of Restless Shadows, Mikachu's Reign of Truth, then a Generous Visitor with a Containment Construct, Okiba Salvage, and our rare is going to be Satsuki the Living Lore coming in. Then we're going to see a Boon of Bosiju as our foil, with a Full Art Forest and a Human Monk in the back. All right, so as we kind of move into the next couple of packs here, I'm going to elevate our 2 farewells. They're not both worth $10, but combined they're worth $10 a piece, or $20 between the 2 of them. So those are our 2 big hits so far. So hopefully we can get 2 more in the second stack. So we got an Automated Artificer, Golden Tail Disciple, Kami's Flare, with a Geothermal Kami. Then we've got ourselves an Intercessor's Rest, Coiling Stalker, Gift of Wrath, Befriending the Moths, with a Hiko Yamazaki the General, with a Kappa-Tech Wrecker. Then we're going to see the Secluded Courtyard. This is going to be the one uncommon valued over $1 at $1.46. Then we get a Shigeki Jukai Visionary coming in as our rare, with a Rugged Highlands and a Samurai in the back. So overall, I would say so far this is pretty on par with draft boxes. We did open quite the home run box the last time. I'll put a link to that at the end of this video if you want to go watch that one. I can't recall, but I believe it was over 200% return on investment. So we've got a Thunder Steel Colossus, a Dramatis Puppet, followed by Moonsnare Prototype, Imperial Oath, Ambitious Assault, with a Lethal Exploit, Favor of Jukatai. Then we get an Imperial Subduer, Jukatai Preserver, with a Behold the Unspeakable. And behind that, we got a Nezumi Prowler, with a Discover the Impossible, Malicious Malfunction, and we're going to see a Tribute to Hirobi coming in as our rare, followed by our Full Art Island. Very nice. And then we get a Ninja in the back. I'm going to take just a second and break down some of these commons. I'll just put them over here. That way everybody can still see them on camera. But I certainly don't want to knock over the cards since they are not mine. I want to take as much care as I possibly can. So we got ourselves a Spell Pierce, followed by a Chainfall Centipede, Season of Renewal, Planner Incision, Regent's Authority, Crackling Emergence, Aganjo Exemplar, Kami of Restless Shadows, with an Error of Enlightenment. Then we're going to see a Dockside Chief, Tawashi Guidebot, followed by When We Were Young. And our rare is going to be a Brilliant Restoration with a Twin Shot Sniper in foil. And then we're going to see a regular old Swamp and another blank card in the back. All right, so we get an Automated Artificer, followed by a Wandering Intervention, Unstoppable Ogre, Debt to the Kami, Master Rebuke, Short Circuit, Ancestral Katana, Peerless Samurai, Moon Circuit Hacker, Life of Toshiro Umezawa. Then we've got an Ani Cult Anvil with an Imperial Recovery Unit, a Selfless Samurai, and our rare is going to be a Showcase Invoke Despair. Very cool to see that in the Showcase treatment. Then we're going to see a Tranquil Cove with a Treasure Token. So just kind of seeing those in Showcase reminds me of March of the Machine with the Multiverse Legends, seeing so many cards in this Showcase treatment. So we got a Dramatis Puppet, Disruption Protocol, Repel the Vile, Explosive Entry, a Virus Beetle, Greater Tunaki with an Imperial Subduer, Moon Circuit Hacker, followed by a Peerless Samurai, the Modern Age. Then we've got Go Shintai, Shattered Appearance. And this stuff on the bottom is just like the powder they use for the cards. Then we get a Banishing Slash, followed by Duplication Silencer. And then we're going to see Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh coming in as a mythic hit. Very nice to see that. Tezzeret, unfortunately, only valued just around $1. Then we get a Bloodfell Caves with a Spirit Token. So is everybody ready for another Kamigawa set? I know it hasn't been that long, but this was such a home run. I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't anything for 2023, but maybe we'll see it come back in 2024. Then we get an Aki Warpaint, Return to Action, Harmonious Emergence with a Moonfolk Puzzle Maker, Light the Way, Experimental Synthesizer, Undercity Scrounger with the Inkrise Infiltrator, with the Sky Swimmer Koi, The Fall of Lord Kanda, Go Shintai of Lost Wisdom, Go Shintai of Ancient Wars. Then we're going to see the Prodigy's Prototype, followed by, there it is, Bosiju Who Endures. Very nice. So we got ourselves a nice $30 hit here. Fantastic. And then we are going to see a Full Art Mountain plus a Construct. So I'm going to take just a half a second here, and I am going to sleeve up Bosiju just to make sure that no damage comes to it and that everything is taken care of, as I'm sure you would want me to do if this was your card. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and put that up there on the top. So between these three cards here, we've already got $50. These boxes are somewhere between, I'll say, $85 and $105, depending upon where you purchase them. So we're at least halfway there. So we got a Ninja's Kunai coming in with a Simian Sling, a Reckoner's Bargain, followed by Bearer of Memory, Moonsnare Prototype with an Imperial Oath, Jukai Preserver, Inkrise Infiltrator. Then we get the Okiba Reckoner Raid, followed by Sozekin Smelter. Then we get a Born to Drive, Reality Heist, and our main set rare is going to be Tatsuari Toad Rider coming in with a foil rare, Kyoto Soul of Kamigawa coming in. Very cool to see that in foil treatment. And there is the most expensive land in the set. This is the Japanese alternate art Swamp that is currently valued at $2.13. Then we're going to see a Samurai in the back. Very nice. So we're definitely seeing value out of this draft box, as I've seen, I think, with most Kamigawa draft boxes. I still think they're a little bit underpriced. So we get an Ecological Terrarium with a Sabi Trespassers, Moth Rider Patrol, Tawashi Song Shaper, Kato's Pursuit, Commune with Spirits. Then we're going to see Nezumi Blade Blesser, Heir to the Ancient Fang, with Tamio's Completion, the Shattered States Era, Rieto Sentinel, Circuit Mender, Assassin's Inc., and our rare is going to be Satoru Umezawa, followed by a Scoured Barons, and another blank card in the back. All right, so we're about halfway through the box here. All right, another Terrarium, followed by a Brute Suit, Bamboo Grove Archer, Mnemonic Sphere, Kintu Ace, Kami of Industry, Kami of Terrible Secrets, Sky Swimmer Koi, Nezumi Blade Blesser, with a Kumano Faces Kazakhstan, Leech Gauntlet, Go Shintai of Boundless Vigor. Then we're going to see an Orky Merge Keeper with another land, Takanuma Abandoned Mire coming in. This is going to be the third most valuable land in the set at $5. Very nice. Then we're going to see a Thornwood Falls and a Spirit Token. All right, another Brute Suit, followed by an Ambitious Assault, then a Lethal Exploit, Favor of Jukutai, Disruption Protocol, Repel the Vile, Mugatai Ambusher with an Ironhoof Boar, Tales of Master Shishiro, Blade Blizzard Kintu in Showcase with a Boon of Bosiju, an Awakened Awareness, and we're going to see an Invoke Calamity coming in as our rare with a Foil Island, a regular Mountain, and then a Pilot. So these boxes are generally good for one foil Japanese alternate art land. So hopefully we'll definitely see that and make ourselves, an extra $250 for the box. So we got a Warpaint, Papercraft Decoy, Suit Up, Lucky Offering, the Steelbreaker, the Centipede, Season of Renewal, Heir of Ancient Fang, Tamio's Completion, Sousa's Many Journeys, Hotshot Mechanic, the Web Spinner Cuff, the Bronze Blade Boar, and then we're going to see an Invoke the Winds. Unfortunately, there's a whole series of these Invokes, not high value, any of them. Then we get the Swiftwater Cliffs and a Treasure. All right, final pack in stack number 2, or pack 24. So we get Ninja's Kunai, Searchlight Companion, Careful Cultivation, with a Network Disruptor, Spirited Companion, the Kindled Fury, with a Reckoner Shakedown, Sunblade Samurai, Fang of Shigeki, Era of Enlightenment. Then we're going to see an Asari Captain, followed by an Essence Capture, Silver Fur Master, and our rare is going to be Teachings of the Kirin, followed by a Full Art Plains. So far no duplication in the full art lands, so that's a really good sign. Again, I'm just going to stack up those, slide these over here, and we'll move into stack number 3. So stack number 2 only had a single card valued over $10, but of course, $30 here, $20 here, plus we have the $5 Abandoned Mire. So far, really good box. So we got an Explosive Entry, Virus Beetle, Greater Tunikai, Sabia Trespassers with Moth Rider Patrol, Tawashi Songshaper, the Bukatai Ambusher, the Boar, Bosiju Reaches Skyward, High Speed Hoverbike, Tempered Solitude, and then we've got a Futurist Operative, and our rare is going to be Raiju Storm's Edge, followed by a Foil Showcase Futurist Operative with a Jungle Hollow and a Samurai. All right. Moving right along here. Got ourselves a Spell Pierce with a Planner Incision, Regent's Authority, Crackling Emergence, Return to Action, Harmonious Emergence, Jukuchai Shadow Walker, Mood Snare Specialist. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. We got a Jukuchai Trainee, Befriending the Moths, with a Twin Shot Sniper, Enthusiastic Mechanic, Reinforced Ronin, and our rare is going to be Atashushi, the Blazing Sky. This card, this mythic, is going to have significant value at just over $4. I actually use this in all of my dragon decks. And then we're going to see ourselves a Full Art Forest, followed by a Spirit Token. All right, next pack up. Let's see what we get in here. Hopefully this last stack still has some value and that we didn't tap out the box yet. So we get a Thundersteel Colossus with a Fade into Antiquity, Armguard Familiar, Dragonfly Suit, Kami's Flare, You're Already Dead, love that card, Sunblade Samurai with a Fang of Shigeki, Mikachu's Reign of Truth. Then we're going to see Anchor to Reality with a Walking Skyscraper. Then we're going to see a Sky Blessed Samurai with the Reality Chip coming in as our rare, value just over $1, with a Dockside Chief in foil, then a Dismal Backwater, and a Spirit Token. All right, so next up we got a Papercraft Decoy, Kato's Pursuit, Commune with Spirits, a Suit Up, Lucky Offering, Scrapyard Steelbreaker, Voltage Surge, Twisted Embrace, an Aki Ronin, The Modern Age, Naomi, Pillar of the Order, with the Go Shintai of Hidden Cruelty. Then we're going to see a Rabbit Battery with a Mindlink mech coming in the showcase treatment. Very nice to see that as a showcase rare. Then we're going to see ourselves a Blossoming Sands and a Kato Shizuki coming in as an emblem token. Very nice. All right, moving into the next pack here. If you're not aware, right, you kind of hear me talk about downloading the MTG box analysis. So I go over some statistics at the end of all of my box opening videos, but there's far more information than I could ever share in a video. I could probably talk about each box for 2 hours if that was the case, let alone the pack opening. If you are a member of the Give Me the Data level, you get access to download every single one of those spreadsheets and keep them forever. So that way you have access to all of the information I've ever collected on any box, which is currently over 120. So I encourage you to check out the site, mtgboxanalysis.com. And there are a few free ones out there that you can download as samples, usually on bundles. But just imagine if this was, or if that spreadsheet had 540 cards, how much information there would be about the box. So we've got ourselves a Shrine Steward, a Network Terminal, Moonfolk Puzzle Maker, Light the Way, with an Experimental Synthesizer, Undercity Scrounger, Bamboo Grove Archer, followed by Duplication Shadow Walker, Moon Snare Specialist, The Long Reach of Night, Replication Specialist, Patchwork Automation, Norika Yamazaki, the Poet, followed by Goro, Disciple of Ryusi, coming in as our rare, followed by a Standard Plains and another one of the blank card tokens. All right, next up, we got ourselves an Iron Apprentice with a Tameo Safekeeping, that's 3, I believe, with a Mirror Shell Crab, followed by Golden Tail Disciple, an Aki Ember Keeper with a Debt to Kami, followed by a Seven Tail Mentor, Guardians of Aboro, Okiba Reckoner Raid, Historian's Wisdom, Prosperous Thief, Blossom Prancer, and our rare is going to be a Mirror Box. Very nice value, just over $1. Then we're going to see a Replication Specialist with the other Full Art Swamp. Then we're going to see a Samurai. So I think we're definitely on our way to seeing one of every one of the lands. I'm not quite keeping track myself, but it'll definitely be in the MTG box analysis. So we got a Grafted Growth. Then we're going to see an Iron Apprentice, Chain Flail Centipede, Season of Renewal, Planner Incision, with a Regent's Authority, Crackling Emergence, Jukutai Trainee, Seven Tail Mentor, Behold the Unspeakable, followed by Touch of the Spirit Realm, an Unforgiving One, Containment Construct, and then we're going to see an Invoke Justice coming in, another one of those invokes, with a Windscarred Crag and a non-token token. I love and hate those all at the same time. They make for good packing material, but that's about it. All right, we've got ourselves a Shrine Steward with a Mnemonic Sphere, Kintu Ace, Kami of Industry, Kami of Terrible Secrets, Careful Cultivation, Network Disruptor, with an Intercessor's Arrest, Coiling Stalker, Tales of Master Shishiro, Flame Discharge, Grave Ladder, Story Weave, and then we're going to see Hanada Dawn Crowned coming in as our rare. Very nice. With, there we go, there is the Island, another one of those full art. That's probably one of my favorite from the set. Just the colors just really pop. I'm also a big fan of Otawara Soaring City because it has a very similar color pattern, lots of blue, lots of white, which is probably my favorite color scheme. Then we get a Searchlight Companion. Doesn't mean I always play blue though. Then we get a Geothermal Kami, followed by a Futurist Sentinel, a Wanderer's Intervention, followed by Unstoppable Ogre, Clawing Torment, Aki Ronin in Showcase, with a Voltage Surge, the Fall of Lord Kanda, Then we're going to see Runaway Trash Bot, Bronze Cudgels with a Seismic Wave. And then we're going to see a Mecha Titan Core coming in as our rare with a When We Were Young in foil, a Rugged Highlands, and a Treasure Token. All right, I think we're down to 3 packs here. So far, this last stack has not produced any cards of significant value. Hopefully that does change. I mean, we're definitely at a break-even box, or probably slightly above when you include all the 5 and the 10-cent cards. But I do want to try and get Frank a little more value. So fingers crossed. We got a Grafted Growth, Return to Action, Harmonious Emergence with a Moonfolk Puzzle Maker, a Light the Way, an Experimental Synthesizer, followed by a Gift of Wrath, a Ganjo Exemplar, with a Kami of Restless Shadows, the Shattered States Era, with a Dragon Spark Reactor, Covert Technician. Then we're going to see Kappa Tech Wrecker, with a Kato Shizuki coming in as our Mythic hit. This is going to be valued just over, it's going to be valued just over $2. I was looking at the showcase being valued over $5, but unfortunately this version is only going to be worth a little less than $3. Then we'll get ourselves an Island and a Samurai. Still nice to see that. We've gotten 2 of the Planeswalkers in the set, both Mythics, very cool. All right, then we get an Uncharted Haven, followed by an Automated Artificer, Spirited Companion, Kindled Fury, Reckoner Shakedown, Fade into Antiquity, with an Armguard Familiar, Twisted Embrace, Guardians of Oboro, Life of Toshiro Umezawa. And then we're going to see a Roaring Earth with an Upriser Renegade, Enormous Energy Blade, and we're going to see Kotos the Silent Spider coming in as our rare with a Tranquil Cove and another blank token in the back. All right, final pack. Final chance to see a $10+ card or another one. I know what I'm rooting for. Not sure what Frank's looking for. Let's see if we can't get him what he's looking for, even though we don't know what it is. So we got a Network Terminal, Master Rebuke, Short Circuit, Imperial Oath, Simian Sling, Reckoner's Bargain, followed by the Imperial Subduer, Moon Circuit Hacker, Kumano Faces Kakasan. We're going to see a Roadside Reliquary, Okiba Salvage. Oh, it's a Mythic. I don't want to reveal it, though. Then we get a Colossal Sky Turtle, because that's such an important card. And we're going to see Kiari the Swirling Sky coming in as our final card. Very nice to see a Mythic in that slot. And we're going to see a rare Tribute to Hirobi. Very nice to see that, too. And then we're going to see ourselves a duplicate of the Mountain valued under $1 with a Goblin Shaman in the back. All right, so give me just a moment. I'll get everything sorted, organized, and we'll go through the MTG box analysis. We'll begin by taking a look at the cards that we were eligible to obtain inside of a draft booster box and compare that to the cards that we actually saw. Then we'll review set coverage, coverage by rarity, and duplication. To establish a baseline for value, we'll analyze the value of the set and then break down the actual observed value in the box by foil and non-foil. Finally, we'll conclude with a summary. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box and more than 100 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level. Now let's jump into the contents of this box by comparing the cards that we were eligible to see versus the cards that we actually saw. Using this chart, we can see the non-foils we observed in green, the foils we observed in orange, and the cards that we were eligible to see in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, we saw a variance of 6 cards between the primary colors of Magic, with blue and black featuring 77 and red featuring 83. We also saw 12 of the Japanese full art basic lands and 22 cards in the showcase frame. In the foil space, we saw between 1 and 3 cards for each of the primary colors of Magic, along with a single artifact, basic land, and showcase card. Moving into coverage, we saw 273 unique cards out of a possible 416, which means that today we saw 66% of the cards that we were eligible to see. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in red with 88%. Also of note, we saw every single one of the 10 full art Japanese alternate art lands in today's box. In the foil space, we saw 12 of the 416 cards, giving us just 3% coverage of the set. This time around, our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in black with 7%. Pivoting the coverage by rarity, in the non-foil space, we saw 96% of the commons and 89% of the uncommons. We also saw 30 rares for 25% coverage and 6 non-foil mythics for 15% coverage. In the foil space, we didn't see any commons or mythics, but we did see 8 uncommons for 8% coverage and 3 rares for 3% coverage. In total, this draft booster box contained 33 rares and 6 mythics in 36 packs. In today's box, we saw no duplication among the 12 foils that we opened, but we did see 147 non-foils repeated 255 times for a box duplication rate of 47%. Before we take a look at the value in today's draft booster box, let's review the value of the cards that we could have pulled to establish a baseline. This chart shows all the cards from the set that we can pull using non-foil market prices as of June 9th, 2023. Currently, there are 14 cards valued over $10. The top 3 are Bosiju Who Endures in standard frame, valued at $31.05, the borderless Bosiju Who Endures, valued at $38.18, and the most valuable card that you can pull from a draft booster pack is the Showcase Wandering Emperor, valued at $66.13. The set also features 11 cards valued between $5 and $10 and 56 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 335 cards are currently valued less than $1. And here's a look at the value that we saw today inside of Frank's box. We ended up seeing 4 cards from the main set and a token valued over $10. They were the standard frame Farewell, valued at $10.03, the Goblin Shaman token, valued at an amazing $10.48, the Showcase Kato Shizuki, valued at $10.84, the Showcase Farewell, valued at $11.76, and we also pulled the third most valuable card that we could have seen, the Bosiju Who Endures in standard frame at $31.05. Frank also saw a single card valued between $5 and $10, and 20 non-foils valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 503 non-foils in the box, however, were valued less than $1. In the foil space, well, we saw 12 cards, but not a single one of them was valued over $1. Our most valuable foil was the Go Shintai of Hidden Cruelty, valued at 24 cents. So how did this box perform? Well, Frank purchased this box from me for $100 even. The current market price for these boxes as of June 9th, 2023 is $91.23. This means that effectively Frank paid me $8.77 to put every single card into order, sleeve all of the rares, mythics, and foils, and ship everything to him. Not a bad deal in my opinion. Now, today's draft booster box contained 36 packs with 15 cards each, allowing us to see 540 cards. The 34 tokens that we saw have a current market value of $17.18, thanks to pulling the most valuable token in the set. The 19 basic lands are currently valued at $19.43, thanks to mostly the 12 Japanese alternate art lands that we saw. The 349 commons that we saw are currently valued at $16.70. The 133 uncommons are currently valued at $14.29. The 33 rares have a current market value of $73.11. And finally, the 6 mythics are valued at $19.51. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $160.22 in market value, which is a gain of $60.22 over the price that Frank paid me, which means that he saw a return of 160% of his purchase price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 12 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $96.43, which means that those 12 cards represent 60% of the total box value. Again, a big thank you to Frank S. for being a longtime member of the channel and for sponsoring this box. All of the cards are headed your way. Thank you so much for watching. I want to take a moment to give a special shout out to all of the channel members. Your support helps fund this operation and allows me to create the content that you all enjoy. If you're not yet a channel member, I invite you to consider becoming one. By joining, you'll gain early access to videos and many other perks. If you're interested in supporting the channel but don't want to become a member, there are several other ways that you can show your support. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue with the channel. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, do something amazing.